Mainstream historians will tell you that the Great Pyramid of Giza was a glorified tomb for the Egyptian pharaohs. The only monument left of the original 7 wonders of the world, this structure was created with impeccable mathematical precision and is a unique, mysterious feat of construction and of engineering. There's only one problem. The Great Pyramid has none of the characteristics of tombs, including extravagant artifacts, ornate wall art, sealed entrances, elaborate coffins, or even mummies themselves. It was, however, built with unique materials, the same materials that are used today for electrical conductivity. So, limestone, dolomite, granite, supposedly constructed for a tomb, are, in fact, analogous to the exact materials we use to make electrical wires. They also share a relationship with pressure, which increases their electroconductivity. If superconductive materials were used to create this monument for energy, then the potential for something even more amazing might have been possible. Wireless electricity. Sound far-fetched? One bold and extraordinary man swore this was possible, and he may have showed us how. Most importantly, we knew that Tesla claimed adamantly that he had perfected the method of harnessing and transmitting free wireless energy using the electromagnetic nature of the planet. In a patent Tesla filed in September of 1897, he claimed that at 30,000 feet altitude there's a stratum of rarefied air that would conduct electric currents at high voltages. In this proposed system was a transmitter which would transmit millions of volts into the atmosphere. Then he had something receive the electricity and reduce the voltage to a convenient potential to be used by consumers. In an experiment the last week of July in 1903, nearby residents claimed to have witnessed Tesla successfully conduct his experiment at the Wardenclyffe Tower, while Tesla himself, sharing his new method of conductivity, said that it lit up the night sky as if it were a giant fluorescent tube. It's even been said that he successfully wirelessly transmitted pictures and sounds. Though all of his work has been mercilessly destroyed, this cannot be proven. Sadly, Tesla's technology was confiscated shortly after his death. He died in poverty, and the U.S. government destroyed his tower, claiming it was being used by German spies. Had Tesla succeeded in his mission, the distribution of power on this planet would have been very different today. Compare Tesla's technology to the pyramids, the location, height, and electromagnetic materials.
And so on. So for the physicists there was no doubt there were the scalar waves. Some people call them Tesla's waves, some people call them torsion fields. Now, the feature of the scalar waves is that they are much quicker than the speed of light. Of course, in our society, our physics and astronomy is based on Einstein's theory that the speed of light is the biggest speed in the universe, 300,000 kilometers per second, which is big speed, especially for our planetary purposes. But if you send this speed to our sun, it takes 7.5 minutes to get there. To northern star, 600 years. To center of our galaxy, Milky Way, 40,000 years. And if you send the light to the center of the universe, 5 billion years. So from the universal standpoint of view, this is very slow speed, because if you want to communicate on such a vast distances, you need something much quicker. And these are the scalar waves, and they travel at the speed which is 100 billion times bigger than the speed of light. And this is what we measured on the top of the Sun pyramid. And orientation of the scalar waves, it follows the Sun. How do we know that? At the noontime, orientation was to the south, in the afternoon, southwest. That's how our sun moves. In the morning east, noon south, afternoon southwest, evening west. What does that mean? Is there a connection between our planet and our pyramids with the sun? And then through the sun, using it as the cosmic gate with other solar system, it's possible. So now we come to the first potential purpose of pyramids and pyramid energy: communication, but long distance communication.
Tesla also taught that the whole universe is luminiferous ether, and that the cosmos consists of waves, including matter waves, of course, and ether waves or space waves. He was using his own terminology, so today, to understand exactly what he meant, we would have to conceive a kind of Tesla's glossary in electromagnetics and science in general. He was not a philosopher at all. He had vision, and that vision, those visions, actually he was describing literally by simple words. That is why when you are reading Tesla, it seems very clear what he wants to say, what kind of knowledge he wants to render, to transfer to his reader. But if you analyze it, you find that you understand more or less nothing.
1895, Tesla made a shocking discovery suggesting that time and space could be influenced by magnetic fields. Disclosed.tv reports, a part of the admission had come from Tesla experimenting with radio frequencies along with power transmission through the Earth's atmosphere. The discovery would many years later lead to the Philadelphia experiment along with time travel programs. However, a long time before the top-secret military programs were even thought about, Tesla had already made some discoveries that were fascinating in regards to nature of time and the possibilities of being able to travel through time. The experiments of Tesla in high-voltage electricity along with magnetic fields led to him discovering that time and space may be deformed to essentially create a door that may lead to another time.
I was working in a classified project up in the New York area, about 30 minutes south of New York, and there was a device in there, a TESLATRON unit they call it. And I can't get into specifics of it, but it was a type of time machine distortion type thing that used Tesla energy to cure people of inflammation and diseases like HIV and herpes and whatnot. And they were very successful with it. It was reserved only for the elite and the politicians of our current realm here in the United States, for if they come down with some diseases that were inappropriate. They can go down here and get zapped. And that unit was also anti-aging people, because when you get in there for an hour, and sit down in this room, it might feel like 15 minutes, but you've been in there an hour. And you take stopwatches in with you. There's a stopwatch locked in your locker. You have one, and that definitely shows and proves that you've been actually gone for a while, but you don't feel like that, and time does get distorted in there. And you also lose weight and lose toxins and whatnot. Now, I'd like to get more into that, but that's kind of a classified project right now. But that is going to be available for the public in about a year.
We can see that really the pyramid energy can affect only every aspect of our life. We are capable of feeling the energies, we are capable of seeing other people's auric fields, colors of the aura, we are capable of communicate directly through the telepathy, telekinesis, moving the objects with the power of our mind, moving through very strong energy fields, teleportation, and changing space and time and densities. This is a huge energy complex that changes not only our history books. It has ability to change our presence, because what we have today, everything is wrong. When you take the energy, the concept of the energy, the coal industry, of course, the dirt industry, oil and gas, limited sources. It costs a lot of money. So when just it comes to the energy, you see the ancients, they were able to locate the pyramids above underground energy potent places. We have iron, which generates electromagnetic fields. We have underground waters that generate negative ions. We have two parallel underground water streams, we have electricity, we have organ energy, we have ultrasound, we have so many different energy phenomena. And the pyramid has the ability to amplify the energies. The tunnels amplify the energy, the quartz crystal amplifies the energy, elements of circuit geometry amplify the energy. So the ancients were so smart, they were making energy complex that lasts forever. We're talking here 30,000 years. So much we can learn from them. Only if it is energy concept. You know what would it mean that you have a free energy? You would change society totally. For better.